Om Maham Vadra Guru Padme Siddhi Hum. Greetings, divine conscious co-creators of the new Edenic timeline. Happy full strawberry supermoon in Sagittarius and Saga Dawa Duchen, the Buddha's enlightenment and peri-nirvana, death. Synchronizing with this powerful super full moon, we commence the blue hand wave spell on the Mayan Zolkin calendar. We begin the next 13 days of healing and abundance with Keen 27 blue magnetic hand. We take a giant leap of faith as we anchor in the highest timelines for the full transformation of the simulated realm into the new heaven upon the new earth. The dove of freedom of the new Jerusalem descends upon the fields of light to transmit and resurrect the life force within every sentient being of the pure way. Our lion tribe of Judea rises and activates the courage and strength within every living heart of the true way of peace on earth. So far today, Solaris has released 10 C-class solar flares, sending Pachamama and all her children the highest light and codes from the great central sun, directly from Mother, Father, God, Source Creators. We receive major waves of gamma plasma radiation appearing on the Schumann charts as amplitudes of 53 Hz, 30 Hz, 29 Hz, and a big whiteout blast at 60 Hz. Fifth dimensional higher energetics flowing in. The intensity of these pulsing waves of light are felt deep within the core of our being as we finalize the cultivation of our rainbow bodies of the diamond rays of truth. With the power of our almighty I Am presence, we set in motion the transformation and manifestation of the pure land of eternal bliss consciousness. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 3 degrees, 16 minutes Capricorn. The sun is at 24 degrees, 3 minutes Gemini. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 25 degrees Gemini. A gardener trimming large palm trees. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 4 degrees Capricorn. A group of people entering a large canoe for a journey by water. From AstrologyWeekly.com. And from Lama Tsoltrim, Alion, and great beings of the world. Happy Saga Dawa Duchen, everybody. Today, the 14th of June 2022, on the 15th day of the 4th lunar month, is one of the auspiciousness day of the year, as it coincides with the birth, enlightenment, and nirvana of the Supreme One, Lord Buddha Sakyamuni. The Lord Buddha Sakyamuni is said to be the 4th Buddha of this Kalpa, and there are 998 Buddhas yet to take birth in human form for the benefits of all sentient beings who are not yet liberated and enlightened. Tara Mandala extends wishes to all for a wonderful Saga Dawa Duchen today, the 15th lunar calendar day. Today commemorates the Buddha's enlightenment and peri-nirvana, death. In this time of war and conflict, may we pray for peace, resolution, and no further harm to take place in our world. May our activity be caring and diligent, our practice steadfast, and like the Buddha, our aspiration for enlightenment be for the benefit of all beings. During Saga Dawa Duchen, our generosity and meritorious deeds are of great impact. On this day, it is believed that the effects of our positive or negative actions are multiplied 10 million times. We dedicate the merit of our prayers and activity to bring about positive effects and even extension of the lives of both the benefactor and practitioner. May our hearts be touched by the Buddha's example, and our motivations and activities remain loving and inspirational. From taramandala.org. Tayeta Om Mumi Muni Maha Muni Yashaha. Do virtuous things, avoid non-virtuous things, lead a life that benefits all beings of all times. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie A. Elster. When we resolve timelines, watch things run into each other. Possible blips, time shifts, and missing gaps today. Void, redirect. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Allie Ray. Sending my utmost love to all and blessings for ease and grace as all unfolds in divine alignment for the highest good of all. We continue experiencing the effects of a series of cosmic light influxes and significant planetary alignments. So be easy with all that arises in your experience. Your heart and the peace within is your place of rest, assimilation, and integration. You are held. You are so very loved. All is truly well. I so love you, beloveds. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru. The first supermoon of 2022. Here it is, the big cosmic influence that you've been feeling coming all week. Over the next 24 hours, bubbles thankfully burst and your transformation flows. This is truth-inducing. Significant solar flare, their cosmic community over the past 24 hours, and just before the super full moon, a potent M-class flare lasted for more than 8 hours. That's a big impact on the expansion of consciousness. Did you feel it yesterday? Were you into something deep and meaningful for many hours? You're being cosmically helped. From ElizabethPeru.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Amanda Lawrence. Approximately at midnight last night, beautiful vibrations of incoming energies arrived from our sun. 9 hours later, they are still with us, but stronger than at midnight, with altered patterns and pulses. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Sean Caulfield. Over this full moon, I feel the poison being released and transmuted into the fire of Source. Time is condensing to shift consciousness to a higher vibration. Memory is being reseated with new courage. Duality is being transcended. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777. Whoa, what a day! The energy shifted and is coming in big time in full swing. It can be overwhelming for some and amazing for others. The best you can do is to switch out of the collective energy, ground and bring yourself into balance and inner peace. Remember, you don't have to feel everyone else's feelings. Clear them out of your system and deal with your own feelings and emotions that come up with this full moon. This full moon is even more into the release of the old. Clear the body, mind, and prepare to dive into the new energy, as it is preparing us for the next cycle of powerful transformations that will follow in the next few weeks and months. We have already reached half of the 2022 cycle, and it is time for us to see where we were at the beginning of the year, what we have accomplished, where we are now, how much we have progressed, changed, transformed, and opened up to the magic of what is to come next, new beginnings. Release all attachments to the past and the future, and just be right here, right now, in the present moment. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn. Full moon in Sagittarius and the rising wave. Yes, I am sure you can feel that rising wave of energy as the new earth is manifesting in our hearts and souls and on the earth. The full moon in Sagittarius on Tuesday the 14th of June is helping to intensify these energies, and of course also the shift of the seasons as we approach the solstice. You may find this is a magical time, but you may also find it very challenging. With Sagittarius aligning with the galactic center for the full moon, we will be feeling powerful diamond code downloads and many more people responding to the opening of their human angelic template in their DNA. These people need guidance to understand what is happening to them and how they can work with this in positive and magical ways. Archangel Michael says that in this rising wave of new earth energies, you are expanding your energetic presence and signature on earth to become a light beacon for these people. Many of you are also expanding your soul missions as bridges of light and teachers of life skills for the new reality. You are so needed at this time. You have the experience and the love and compassion to help to guide these newly awakened souls on their first steps on the path to the new earth. This rising wave will be the energy that lifts us through the Lion's Gate and the planetary new year in July. In this full moon energy, we can resolve to be the new humans, the luminosans who light the way for others, pure, shining, and warriors of light. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Long. Restless sleep last night. Everything that I've been working to heal flashed through every dream. Even when we sleep, we are healing and doing a lot of interdimensional work. Most likely has to do with the full moon today. Strong incoming energies, and we have more CMEs coming in late tonight. These energies are not going to let up, loves. Grateful this body is adjusting, but it will have more adjusting to do with the higher radiation levels and constant rocking of the magnetic field of Mother Earth. As this continues, we are seeing the old timelines crumbling as everything that is not for the good of all life on this planet simply fades. The more open we are to the celestial energies we are receiving and the constant upgrades to our bodies, there will be a lot that no longer resonates with our consciousness. This is all part of the process of evolution called Ascension. Many veils are lifting and will continue to do so while the truth is revealed on a massive scale. It really doesn't even need to be presented to us because truly we all already know. Don't hang on to the old ways. So many are freaking out on the stock market. I think everyone who has invested in it would be better off going to the casino and gambling their money away. My granny always said it was rigged, that it was nothing more than another game. Many are seeing this now. Dive into the unknown, get to know who you truly are, and none of these things will matter anymore. It is not always easy. We have all been so conditioned to rely on our leaders to lead us, when all along we are all our own leaders. Trust the process is taking place no matter how the economy goes. It will have no choice but to reset itself. We all want change, and it is happening on a grand scale and can be seen when we look past all the distractions that are taking place to only hold us back. Yes, it may be a bit of a rough ride at times, but well worth what we are heading towards. Have a beautiful full moon Tuesday. Love to all. And from Divine Butler of the Light, Pars Kute. As Plutonian energetics transform our planet and creation upon her, we will collectively reach a larger percentage of gamma inspiration as the focus of our daily human interaction. Sometimes adding scientific information to a spiritually oriented topic allows the higher knowledge of source to be added. While we continue to erect charts and to affix numbers to planetary and cosmic events, we are yet being given influxes of spiritual vibrations which are beyond analytical and logical philosophical discussions and debates. We are potentially collective waves of supernal energy. With divine love of one, Pars Kute, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. Tonight we have a Sagittarius supermoon. This is a full strawberry moon, rose moon, or honeymoon. Tonight's moon is extra strong because the solstice is next week. It's the first of several summer supermoons. Big changes are happening on the planet. These energies are here to guide us through. Tonight's moon will align with the galactic center. The galactic center is the center of our Milky Way. It's also its entrance. The moon will be traveling through its thickest cluster of stars. This is where the central region of the Milky Way galaxy spirals between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Sagittarius is protector of our galaxy. You may be feeling a strong desire to help the planet during this time. Many are waking up and activating huge missions to help in some way. During the summer solstice, we'll come into a powerful galactic alignment. June 21st is the summer solstice. On the solstice, the Earth's north pole tilts at its max towards the sun. This floods the planet with a ton of light coming straight from our great central sun. We also shift into Cancer season on the 21st. On the solstice, the moon and Chiron will both be meeting in Aries. This will be bringing up old wounds. We have such a focus on healing and coming together to heal during this time. There is a huge influx of energy coming into the planet over the next few weeks. This is time to rise up and to fight for our dreams. You may be feeling a desire to push back if you have been feeling pushed around lately. The energy over the next 2 weeks is all about taking back and stepping back into our power. This is also a time to connect with other worlds. It's a powerful time for connecting with the elementals or to be using elemental magic. From sparksofdivinelighealing.com. And from Isis Channelings, full moon June 14th, medicine of the serpent bearer, Ophiuchus, at Golden Gate of God. We had a new moon on May 30th, aligning with the silver gate of man, gateway of reincarnation, which now moves into fruition. Full moon June 14th at the Golden Gate of God, gateway of ascension, right below the serpent bearer, Ophiuchus, as it transitions from Scorpio to Sagittarius, after the full moon gateway. Through this period since May 27th, Venus Inanna has been at the gate of personal power at solar plexus on her shamanic journey. We are now clearly witnessing the transformations new birth brought in via the eclipse season, especially in relation to the divine masculine. Irrespective of gender, each individual carries with them the energies of the feminine and the masculine, and it is these masculine energies under the guardianship of cosmic mother Isis as Venus that are undergoing intense transformations to emerge as the new king, within and without. The new king, Horus, divine masculine, is being required to break from traditional stereotypes of conformity, rigidity, rules, schedules, left brain, that have so far ensured his power, control, and hence self-worth, and embrace the fluidity and flow of his own inner guidance, instinct, by forging a deeper connection with his core values, beliefs, and desires, replacing the safe zone provided by pure analytical logic with elements of uncertainty that naturally accompanies following one's instinct and discernment. It requires him to overcome fear and ridicule and get in touch with his feminine side, and by thus honoring and balancing his inner feminine energies, he may thus arouse his serpent kundalini of awakening, transformation, and ascension. A transformation via the union with the divine feminine, high priestess energies that ignites the inner fire and wisdom of the soul, as represented by the solar plexus, to take action to bring his dreams and desires into manifestation. Courage is required of him to take a leap of faith without the safety wheels of following the norm as he follows his own heart. The union of heart and mind, the integration of the gold and silver kundalini serpent has been front and center of all my co-creator channeling sessions recently, along with the gentle healing and nurturing of the golden chalice of the solar plexus, new king codes. This full moon, June 14th, aligned with the galactic center and the 13th sign of Ophiuchus. The serpent bearer carries the vibes of Judgment Day, a call to illuminate our destiny. The ultimate goal of the soul is aligning with its destiny, source light, via a process of relinquishing all disempowering status quo, beliefs, paradigms, conditionings that veil the unique divinity of soul. The soul light, as an aspect of soul light, carries enormous unrealized potential which can be tapped into via our inner guidance or intuition. This is how we tap into divine flow, connecting personal will with divine will to manifest a reality for the greatest good of all. Follow one's intuition, instinct, tempered with logic and discernment, is an act of courage and self-belief. That is what ignites our soul fire, light, initiates self-discovery, and steers it towards its highest destiny and grace. Following the herd, status quo, requires no courage, only servitude and rejection of one's own power. This full supermoon precariously balanced between the poison sac of Scorpio and the archer's arrow, Sagittarius, right under Ophiuchus, denotes the leap of faith each one of us is presented with now. Do we subscribe to the disempowering beliefs and fall victim to the poison sting of the scorpion, or do we bet on ourselves, trust our gut even if it means breaking with the well-trodden path, and take the leap of faith, just like the arrow of the archer, and allow ourselves to be catapulted into uncharted territory, which might just hold the keys of our destiny? Sagittarius's energy of adventure and free spirit and its quest for soul truth provides us tremendous support to take this leap of faith at this time. The healer serpent bearer is our ladder to a brand new creative cycle of consciousness via the gate of God, Ascension gateway, if we are ready to release the poison of old debilitating beliefs and patterns and own our divinity. Our destiny awaits. Happy full moon at golden gate of Ascension, and light and grace and joy. Be the change you want to see. Sake na. From IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Laura Pleiadian. Full moon, June 14th, 2022, the victory of you. With Mercury retrograde loosening its grip on the flow of things externally, we now are faced with the powerful opportunity for profound transformation and reaching levels of victory, unbeknownst to ever before. This great opportunity is this powerful full moon on Tuesday, June 14th at 8:51 a.m. ADT. So take a few slow breaths and breathe in these opportunities through your heart. Relax your thoughts and emotional body now and trust the stars as they set before you your blueprint for this activation. As when you incarnated the many versions of you in parallel worlds, watch closely as you unfolded. Full moon square Neptune, Saturn semi-sextile Neptune. Full moon sextile Saturn are the main aspects. Now please remember that it is about how everything responds to you and your current frequency and the awareness of your consciousness. That is what you know yourself to be. See, we have all these circulating frequencies. We have your blueprint, life plan, your current frequency, which is the combination of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and the interaction of all of them uniquely in your life. Your experience will be your own experience. The impact and how you respond positively will create your victory through it, through everything, not just this full moon. So I implore you to awaken to the unshakable truth of what you are. That is, an eternal being of light that knows only love, that is on the journey of ascension, transcending all limitations and old ways of being that no longer serve you, so that living only through your heart, you are being all that you can be. So we bless you now in this moment, holding you in the highest of the highest, in pure love. From the new DivineHumanity.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel. A golden way opens into the new golden age, which was fully anchored in on the 22nd of February 2022 in the new earth. Let us remember as we go through this transfiguration and transformation to keep it simple. There is no need for pushing, nor striving, nor stressing. This is greater than the sum of us, or what we ever believed was true, or what we ever believed we were. We are stepping into boundless and infinity stretches out before us and within us. As the old dissolves into no-thingness, the new arises. Allow the process to unfold. This is greater than the sum of you and the sum of me, yet therein lies the blessings. Remember to keep your energy fields crystal clear. Keep on with the clearing and cleansing. More than this, open your heart and soul to ever greater levels of divine love. We are being carried in love through this process. Yet remember, the greatest challenge now is to attain soul mastery and to stand in that mastery and to live your life as a master. What is it that you intend to anchor in, to co-create in the new golden age, in the highest and most loving way, for the greatest good of all, which will leave a lasting, loving legacy for the new humanity? I am that I am, from JudithHusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Karen Lithica. The Path of Light Preparation. For the journey is a unique light mission captured in the DNA of each individual. As your light progression continues to expand, see the incremental steps before you. Like preparation for a marathon, your role is to stay attuned to this higher light mission. Keep this role alive and awakened as the cosmic activation of your world is clearly occurring. Your preparation is a mind, body, and soul light initiation, a process involving many light layers of deep awakening coupled with the advancement of your physical world. As you continue to align with the universal laws of light, the flourishing of your world is unstoppable. The power of this ongoing activation is the global uprising of every species collectively joining in light. As your physical way of life continues to fracture, as the new dawn continues to shine, crack by crack, moment by moment, have faith in your role in the grand light awakening, sending waves of cosmic love, the Arcturians and Karen, from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn 144 God Code. 369 coming in. Radical shifts of your spiritual gifts from your original origins are exponentially expanding. This is part of the upgrades in consciousness and the pineal gland that are guiding you way back to your natural birthrights. You know who you are more than ever and are confidently feeling guided to offer these gifts to the world. Seeing your authentic self from this perspective is the right choice to get you moving far, far ahead. Continue confidentially embracing your unique gifts, beliefs, and offerings. The more you love and protect your true nature and intuitive understanding, the more value and worth systems will enter your consciousness field. You are embarking on this new way of being. It's a time to embrace your gifts and ground them on your land and country of origin. This is our starseed home now. We as ground crew are here offering a new lifestyle option for those who have ears to hear and are ready to hear the word through us. We also need to embrace the fact that so many other people have opposing opinions. As we release our rights of equality and embrace being different, we free ourselves to move up into a higher dimensional frequency where they can't touch us. Here you will find soul family and friends that are embodying the 5D New Earth lifestyle with you. This is the direction we are quickly traveling towards together, home. In Jesus Christus' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys. Unlocking the higher purpose hidden in your DNA. Gene Key 12, June 14th, 2022 through June 19th, 2022. Vanity, discrimination, purity. The CD is the divine essence of life, and the 12th CD shows us that we are nothing but purity, and this is what's hiding all along in vanity. The only purity there is purity of heart. There's no other purity, and nothing or no one can ever take that away from us, no matter what they try, no matter what they do to us, no matter how horrendous the outer conditions might get. No one can touch the purity of our heart. That is the marvelous realization of the 12th CD. In other words, we can be locked up in prison, but they can never stop our love. They can do anything to us, but they can never stop our love. Because when we get in touch with our heart, when we really get in tune with it, then all of our relationships and all of our dilemmas are instantly resolved. Because we cannot be tarnished by anyone or anything external, because there is no external. It's all just us. It's all manifestations of one thing, the 64 ways. And from the I Ching, the classic book of change, hexagram 12, stand still. Heaven and earth diverge. The dance of yin and yang reveals the illusionary separate self. Purity is the beauty of unity. Discrimination is fresh orientation. Vanity is the entropy of dislocation, creating receptivity. Heaven and earth are estranged, the image of divorcement. The superior man preserves his virtue by withdrawing from evil, and refuses both honor and wealth. From GeneKeys.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Strawberry full supermoon in Sagittarius, the 14th of June, 2022. This full moon occurs at 23 degrees 25 minutes, which is the 24th degree of Sagittarius. Sabian symbol fortune, a bluebird standing at the door of a house. This universal idea is best expressed through the planets in the 24th degree of Sagittarius, 23 to 24 degrees. To become happy, radiate goodwill, we get whatever we merit. Our worthiness is always rewarded, and the rewards are always apt and fair. If we have the good fortune to see a bluebird at the threshold of our place of dwelling, it is because we deserve it. This wisdom is the foundation of all wisdom. We get what we deserve. More accurately, we are offered it. The portents are given, the signs are always there, but it takes constant alertness and creative aspiration to make the best of what is signaled. A general condition can be observed in the unenlightened, that many people feel they have less than they need, less than they deserve, yet they stand beneath a tree, ripe with fruit, looking at the rotten produce fall into earth, too fearful or ignorant to look up and make a claim. It is our faith in abundance that creates abundance. The imminence of rewarding experience is a constant river that flows into our lives and embraces us, carries us and refreshes us. We just have to harvest it. The correct attitude by which we not only reap the rewards, but also stimulate further abundance, is radiant goodwill. We shine our complete sense of confidence and well-being upon all who enter our lives. By this attitude, we capitalize on every potential and make our lives rich and fulfilling. This doesn't work so well without a suitable measure of careful attention being offered to matters of serious consequence. Careless and carefree is a rare combination of qualities, and is rare for a reason, because it is so impractical. The danger with that approach is that we tend to miss opportunities for dimensional shifts, and can degenerate into bland non-entities. There are times to be carefree and times to be careful. Good fortune is not random chance. Those who make careful choices and stick tenaciously to their path tend to attract it. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Tanya Gabrielle. Full moon vibes are fully in play today as the Sagittarius full moon inspires you with joy, expansion, and liberation. Along with the invitation to take risks and explore, this full moon will also introduce a profoundly dreamy energy. Neptune is creating a close T-square with the sun and moon. Illusions are shattered, your dreams come true. As always, it is a matter of perspective. You'll definitely feel more sensitive and may question reality. Use the enhanced creative energy in an imaginative way. Beautiful music will help to soothe any frayed nerves. From DanyaGabrielle.com. And from Divine Butler of the Light, Graham Forscott. Full moon, Orion Belt 1111. This year's first supermoon aligns directly to the belt stars in Orion. Back in the early 1990s, Orion Belt representative Solara introduced the now famous 1111 coding. She revealed she was speaking for our local interstellar department of the Galactic Centers Council, centered in Orion's belt. This full moon falls on her perigee, the moon's closest proximity to our Earth. Emotions are high. We also see an exact astrological aspect, a square, to the recent June 6th conjunction of Neptune and Jupiter at 24 degrees Pisces. Squares reveal unsustainable ideas, actions, systems, structures. Neptune can be murky, unclear, submerged, illusions, untruths. Jupiter clarifies, develops clearer understanding. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Full moon in Sagittarius. The moon and sun square Neptune, creating tension around this lunation. Question beliefs. It may be necessary to let go of cherished ideas in the face of facts, even if it feels uncomfortable. Embrace teachings from other cultures, spiritual mentors, philosophical thinkers. Keep the big picture in mind and stay conscious of where information presented could inflate, exaggerate, or distort the reality. Under Neptune's influence, there's a desire to roam, to flee, to run for the hills. We may experience wanderlust or a severe case of armchair traveler syndrome. With so many choices available, it's easy to give up on decision-making. Maybe you feel like you took a wrong turn somewhere. All roads unfamiliar, signs missing. Reframe what you see. Life is rarely a path from A to B. If you feel lost, take a moment to appreciate the view from where you are. Instead of being nowhere, you are somewhere under this big and beautiful sky. Appreciate the scenic route for all that it can teach you. Pay attention to your dreams. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time, Key 613, Hollow Mind Perceiver is the 7th mental sphere, Sirius Beta 52, Omniscient Radial Mind, key to the universal unification of consciousness. Here mind is experienced as a purely collective horizon, telepathically bound to an aggregate of evolved mind centers of galactic brains distributed throughout the universes. 260 keys to synchronotron. The Sirius B52 channel brings supreme cosmic unification. It is located at the center of the Holomind Perceiver, the master telepathic matrix. And from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 27, Blue Magnetic Hand. The number 1 is called magnetic, and its keywords are unify, purpose, and attract. Today marks the beginning of a new journey, and there are 20 of these 13-day journeys or wave spells in the Tzolk'in, each with its own agenda and path, with each day a signpost guiding you along. It's good practice to plan your journey like any other trip. Ask yourself, what is my purpose? What is my destiny? Number 1 days are about embarking consciously, and so let's get started. Today is Blue Hand, and keywords associated with it are healing, knowing, and accomplishment. This wave spell provides a very interesting journey which ends with the blue cosmic storm. I always check the last day on the first day because it gives me a clue as to where we shall end up in 13 days' time. Blue cosmic storm translates as endure to catalyze, and Blue Hand agenda is an energy that can make you feel quite ambitious. So we began with this energy, but it leads to big changes. It's a great time for putting your hands to good use, but don't stretch yourself. Healing is a key word, also suggesting that ambition must be balanced. Offer a massage today or indulge in any activity involving the hands, painting, pottery, carpentry, etc. Don't be shy about asking for a helping hand either. A great deal can be accomplished when the blue hand is pulling us along. It's a day guided by the blue hand as well. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Blue Magnetic Hand, 1 Manique, Keen 27, 14th of June 2022, Attracting Healing. 14-6-2022 equal 14-6-6 equal 512 equal 5-3 equal 8. Day codes 14 Media, Publicity, Promotion, Recognition. 5 Freedom, Change, Transformation, Liberation. 8 Infinite Abundant Source Flow. Month year codes 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility. 12 Acquiring Strength, Wisdom. 3 Holy Triad, Joy, Creativity, Divine. 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision. 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder. Keen 27 equal 9 Completion, Destiny, Service, Compassion. A powerful day to accomplish divine healing. Today our journey across the Rainbow Bridge leads us to a gateway. This powerful gate opens a magical triple healing portal, flooding in new healing wisdom and codes as we embark on a new 13-day Blue Hand wave spell of tremendous accomplishment. It is time to get the job done. Manique, the wondrous blue hand, is actually a portal or stargate itself, leading us into a brand new time and space. as though our earth has been tractor beamed into a whole new neighborhood accessed through this gate. Today, June 14th, 2022, we have a super full moon in Sagittarius, which is blasted to the max, aligning with this Manit triple healing portal. The supermoon energies will be turbo boosted, amplifying the luck that Sagittarius and Jupiter are bestowing upon humanity at this divinely fortuitous time. Get out your bow and arrow and focus your aim to hit the bullseye. This triple Stargate supermoon is on the doorstep of the second heaven's gate, opening on June 15th, further showering our planet with wondrously divine, golden Christed energies, layer upon layer upon layer of divine blessings raining forth on humanity now. We are ascending to the heavens, dearly beloveds. Yahoo! 36 months ago, 3 years, this magnetic Manique portal opened on the 8th of August 2019, the day the powerful 8-8 Lionsgate portal was fully activated and flowing forth universal codes from Sirius and beyond, flooding our planet with the Lyran, Egyptian, feline, royal energies. So this is a super duper Lion's boost to our evolutionary journey today to access higher timelines and new frontiers. Keen 27 is opening a wormhole, linking these 2 points in the time-space continuum. This is the nature of the incredible energies available for us to access during this magical healing cycle. Can June energies get any more supercalifragilistic? Now all we need is an X-class solar flare thrown into the mix. Tone of creation, magnetic is tone number 1 in the spiritual realm as we initiate a new wave spell cycle. Power attracts, action unifies essence purpose. Day 1 of a new wave spell always starts with the magnetic tone of purpose. In the beginning was the One. From out of nothing here one comes, spinning happily, magnetizing all that it requires for more excellent adventuring. One strong in purpose, all will effortlessly come together. The magnetic tone is all about attraction, attracting everything that you require to fulfill your purpose and your plans. People, resources, relationships, money, support, and all that you can imagine. So today is a brilliant day to contemplate what your purpose is for the next 13-day cycle and what you need to attract in order to do so. This attraction seeks to unify all as one. This magnetic kin have a very strong connection to Source and a gravitational pull to return there and bring all their buddies with them. We are connected and our hands are one of the best parts of our bodies to physically connect with our kin. Sadly, over the past few years with social distancing program scams, physical contact has been discouraged and even feared. Humans need physical touch. It is a basic human need. We have been deprived of this healing energy from our kin. Now as the wayshowers, we need to reverse this program and model the way to welcome and connect with each other again. Let us all metaphorically hold each other's hand as we walk together through these portals in these evolutionary ascension times. Today's questions are, what can I accomplish that will bring greater healing to my whole being, body, mind, and spirit? What information and resources do I need to attract? No, in order to fulfill my divine purpose. How can we, as Earth wizards, use our highest divine magic to accomplish our collective mission of establishing peace on Earth? Divine blessings for the magical accomplishment of divine healing miracles in restoring wholeness and peace on Earth. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 27, Blue Magnetic Hand. The mantra, the code for today is, I unify in order to know. Attracting healing, I seal the store of accomplishment with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Mrs. Susanne for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to support us and help continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Angels of the Light, Summer from Mind Body Medicine Therapy, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Angel, for your continued support. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. 1010 portal coming in, the first portal to my Sacred Condor. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a powerful prayer from Divine Sister of the Light, Aurelia. I open my heart to thee, prayer. My beloved victorious, I am presence, light of my soul. My beloved holy Christ self, wisdom of my soul. Beloved Father, Mother God from the great central sun. Beloved masters of the great white brotherhood. 7 mighty archangels and 7 Elohim of God. Beloved Virgo, our dear Mother Earth. I am so willing to be filled with the love of God, I open my heart to thee. I am so longing for the grace from the heart of God, I open my heart to thee. I am so hoping to become divine love, I open my heart to thee. I now pour forth my love and devotion to thee, asking to be restored to my eternal cosmic freedom. As I am renewed in thy embrace, I feel the peace of thy eternal love flame. Repeat 3, 6, or 9 times from the 7 sacred flames from Aurelia. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and sacred, super full strawberry moon in Sagittarius, and a most healing and abundant blue hand wave spell for the next 13 days of Ascension. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.